So since I'm sitting out here enjoying this beautiful weather, I wanted to talk about video game sports. I'll give you a better idea so you can visualize a little bit better. Okay, so take your helmet, your NFL, NBA, NCAA, take all your sports national corporations, and the body caps which they own or the helmets which they own that their players use, and we want to lease the technology to connect to them a View. Our code is called View. It's video games. View is how you code for us. You use View code. So what you're coding is a viewpoint, put it onto a different location over a Google API or a Apple Maps API, a Google Map API that gives you a grid to build on, and then the players when you play a video game sports game, say like you're going to a Thunders game here in Oklahoma. We're in Oklahoma. So you go to the Thunders game and you're at the stadium, at Thunder Stadium, and you're up there. Things that happen in the game on that location happen during the real time, and the players are who you become because you use our PMD. It's called PMD. It's called a primal mound display. Our primal mound display. It can create from it can create from different locations other than your phone number. That's why it's called a primal mound display. So you place it onto different locations of different objects, and you become those objects through the phenomenon of the illusion of immersion. So as you're watching these games, only when you're playing a big sporting event. Now, when you just play the regular game, you play it through our YouTube game where you make your own plays and things like that, and video them. You can add effects to them and all that kind of stuff like that. Make them super. Make your predictions, and then when you go to the actual game and you plan the for video game sports, the name of our sports football game, it will include NFL if we get some, if we are able to get them to endorse us, we'll be able to use their use the NFL. It will be called fantasy football role play game, because that's what it is. You still make your own character. When you play the game and you go on location, or when you're just playing the game at home, you can play it when you're at home watching through YouTube TV. If you have a YouTube TV, you connect to a video game, you can play the video game through there. So when you're sitting there watching the Super Bowl, you can play it like you're playing Madden. It's the same instance, but instead of using a system where you play it, you sit back and you watch the football game. And you can watch it through the body count of these people, and your predictions will play out. So if you made a prediction that Tom Brady was going to make a touchdown on the first down in the first quarter, it will display those things on your screen, on your PMD. It will display them. It will say like you're like if you did the prediction and you bet on something, so like let's say you're on a betting app. Cash App will notify you, like it will come over that location like a hologram through your display. You won $1 million or whatever like this, and that's how the game plays. It's called, but it's tennis football, and it plays with the real players. So even if it's college football, if National College Football Association, if they wanted to make be a part of this and put this part of something that will be a part of their marketing and part of their interaction and part of the experience when you go and play in one of their local stadiums here in Oklahoma or anywhere in the world, I guess. You go and you connect to you can connect to the players' helmets, which is owned by the school. So they're owned by the school, and it can be owned by the school's tech division. So maybe you can find your friendly there. But that's how it plays out. So if your team is the Steelers, I'm a Steelers fan. So if your team is the Steelers, when I go to an actual NFL game in an actual NFL studio on that location that game is on, when I go onto my live stream, I use a transition or a swap, and I swap in our code of transition. When it does the animation, it is called the swap or the animation, because that's when it's going to swap you from live to animated. So and it swaps you in, and you are inside that atmosphere, because you see out of the eyes of whoever's head mask you're wearing. So if you're on this one's helmet, you'll see out of him. So if you're on the quarterback, you're right here, you see him. If you're on the tight end or whatever, you're over here, you see his. If you're on this guy right here, you're right here, you see his. You're looking out of his while you play the game, and you can cipher through them by just clicking on them and connecting to them like you play a regular game. But you just sit back and watch. Maybe you want to see how it looks from this guy's viewpoint. But as you play it, you play what's the little playlist and things that you have. You play them through the internal game of the cloud roleplay game. So you play them through that, and it does the shuffling and there's things, random things pop up with players that are connected. So that's how it works, and that's how all our sports games will eventually, hopefully, work. If not, we can make generic teams. We can make generic teams. Okay, so like Nerf football or something like that, inside football. But that's how it works. That's what it is. So that's what I'm excited about, because I think that'll be a really cool Super Bowl party. You know, everybody come, bring your handset with you. Everybody log on, become a player on one of the team. You know, be on one team, everybody on this team. You know, be on this side and look out of a view of a different person through your display. I'm gonna give a whole different definition to enjoying the Super Bowl or enjoying a sporting event through YouTube, TV, or sports. You know, and that's what we want to offer. I don't really play football video games, but I do love and enjoy American football, and I watch it. Steelers are my fan. I would really love to be able to be part of that experience. I would really love to be able to just sit and pop in and play a little video game. Pop in my, turn it on the football game. Sit back, chill, get me some cheese balls and soda pop, and give me a little Jack Daniels, a few charitable marijuana, strand. Chill back, give me a couple of homeboys, and we sit back and play the football game. And we sit there and talk and interact like we always do, when we just sitting there watching the football game together. And that's the interaction, and that is the immersion of illusion, because it puts you on a team, and it puts you on the field, and it puts you in the conversation.